Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Well, I never thought I'd see the day when NASA would not only just mess up a picture so you can't see it, in other words, obfuscate it, but obfuscate the picture in a super obvious way, and then right across there, censored. As if we didn't know it was censored already. But really? They're just going to come right out and say it? They're going to write it right on there? So what happens when we say, well, geez, there's nothing up there, right? But rocks and sand. What is there to censor? And furthermore, we paid for these pictures, so why don't we get to see them? I mean, because we want to see the rocks and sand too. I think it's the weirdest thing that they would actually do that. And I look at this picture and I see this area that they've blocked out here in the face of this bluff. And I wonder if those things that they blocked out, if those are the shapes of what they blocked out. It kind of looks like a cityscape, but I'm sure it's just probably how they did it, however they did that. But, I mean, this is really the most blatant you've ever seen. I mean, there's blurring and striping and all these various things that they do. And, by the way, most of that stuff is done with computers automatically. They don't have somebody sitting looking over that. Those things are done automatically. But this one, in my opinion, was not done by the computer. Somebody sat down and blocked this stuff out and wrote censored on it. So I just think that's the strangest thing. And here's another picture that at first looks okay, but as it turns out, it is also really obfuscated in so many different ways. Overexposed, too much brightness. There's not very much definition, and who knows what else. I'm certainly not an expert. I just know a really messed up picture when I see one. But having said that, you can still see shapes on the sides of these bluffs, and these are not like the bluffs that we've seen recently. I don't think that they are. Possibly these bluffs started out as just what we've been seeing in the past here recently with all of the destruction and the bluffs that aren't actually made up of rocks or made up of man-made material. And if you haven't seen these videos going back about 6 or 7, and if that sounds crazy to you, go back and watch those videos. Because we have many instances of bluffs that are not made up of rocks. They're made up of man-made material. So maybe these bluffs were also the same, but since then have become what looks like a place for people to live. All throughout, you can see what appear to be square structures, like in the center of the screen, up on the bluff below that overhang. And in quite a few places all throughout. So now I got to say, though, got to keep in mind that they've done their best to obfuscate these pictures. And so some of these square structures that we think we see could be a result of pixels. I'm going to have to leave it up to you. I see some as pixels, and I see some as actually being there. Particularly when the structure in mind is either larger or smaller than the pixels around. So whatever, they didn't want us to see these pictures. They really, really messed them up good. And which, begs the question, why bother showing them anyway? What's the point of having a picture that is loaded with stuff that we're not supposed to see, and then just messing it up and throwing it up there. Why didn't they just keep it out? I mean, that's a form of censoring, right? So it doesn't really make sense to me at all. And another thing, well, backing up, excuse me, there's a lot of detail in these pictures, and I wish you could I wish we could see the detail here, because I think it's astounding. Might have to watch this video a couple of times and try and pick out what we're looking at here, but I think we're seeing quite a bit of structures. This is a well-inhabited place. So, whatever, NASA. Thanks for, well, I was going to say thanks for nothing. We have had some good pictures. But as far as this picture is concerned, I don't know. Thanks for nothing. And thank you, folks, for watching. You have a great day.